I was handing out Halloween candy and coughing up a storm like a motherfucker. And you always
Oh,
have to
damn.
say, it's not COVID. I've been vaccinated.
Yeah,
I
just
probably
not.
got
I was
COVID
just
about
taking a
nine
bong hit.
times.
Yeah.
Probably had it about nine fucking times, but you know, I kicked
But
that
this ain't
shit
why
like
I'm
Rocky.
coughing.
No. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Hanging with Old Lou. I keep it
Hey
juicy,
now, hey now.
juicy. I eat that lunch. I keep it booty, booty. I
I was
keep
about
it
to say,
plump.
it really loosey, huh, motherfucker?
I am your host, Joshua Sitrak. I am the jackass in chief. And with me, as
That
always,
he is. That he is.
my man, Old Lou. Old Lou, what's good? What it do?
What's happening, my brother? What's happening? It's been a while. That it has. That it has.
I know.
We all out.
We do apologize. We haven't quit. There is no quitting us, but
Oh
sometimes, man,
no.
we've been doing this podcast for what, like 6 years?
Yeah,
Sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes we need to have a little break.
Hey, little break.
Motherfucker
Life
needs a
gets in
little
the
break.
way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We independent. We ain't on the schedule. We don't answer to no one. We barely answer to ourselves.
Oh
Shit.
man,
So when we do, oh, that sounds like a nice little beer you opened up over there. Did you open up a beer?
I
Well,
did.
you go, motherfucker. I like
It's
the sound of
a
that. Shit.
man.
You
They
get
make
my
some
Irish
really
coffee.
good beers here in South Dakota, North Dakota, and
Out
Montana.
in the
Man, they make
Dakota.
some.
Good
But
beer.
I gotta say that I am quite pleased with the weather so far this year because
Mm.
it ain't snowed yet. It's
Oh, good,
cold,
good,
but
good.
it hasn't snowed. And yeah, I mean, this time last year, dude, we had what, like a foot and a half of snow. We'd already had
Oh,
two
yeah.
two school snow days. So
He said school just started. We got 2 school days. Fuck these motherfuckers. I heard that. I heard that. Yeah,
yeah,
it's getting cold for my little bitch ass over here. Shit, I'm up here fucking around in the morning. I'm like, God damn, it's cold. I won't be turning on the heater. My wife's like, you're cold. I'm like, yeah, I just want to turn the heater on. And she's like, well, why don't you just put a sweatshirt on? We'll get you an electric blanket. I looked at her. I said, "Well, goddamn, I guess we know I'm not the man of the house. I'm not in control of the thermostat at all." I'm like, I'm a broken down arthritic man that needs to be warm. I'm like, yeah, let me turn the heater on. And she's like, oh fuck no.
dude, that's so fucking hilarious. So we went to turn it on. So usually you got to make sure that shit's working before you need to have it
Yeah,
working in South Dakota.
right, right,
So
right, right. So like,
that's air conditioning and heater. And so I
yeah.
went, remember last year I had to buy a brand new furnace, right? Because the furnace went out like when it was
Oh
negative
yeah.
20. It was the
Mm-hmm.
middle of
Mm-hmm.
January. It was negative 20. And I'm like, I'm not shitting you.
Yeah.
The house was 59 degrees.
Oh, he's like, why is my piss turning straight to ice as I'm pissing on it? What's going on?
And and so we bought, it's $3,500 to buy a
Right then and
furnace.
there, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, cool,
Homeowner, love it.
we're good for 20 years, right? So I turn it
Yeah.
on and the fucking thing is spitting out error codes at me. It's not lighting up and
Oh.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And so I called the people who installed it and I'm like, yo, your furnace is fucking
Yeah.
broken. I paid
Yeah.
three and a half thousand dollars for this like 6 months ago or whatever it was,
Yeah.
nine
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah. Right then and there. I paid for it right then and
And they're
there.
like,
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
we're coming out this afternoon. So they come out and then
Oh.
they're like, hey, bro, uh, your exhaust pipe is full of rocks.
Wait. So what?
And my
Wait.
4-year-old over the summer
Oh.
filled it up
Oh.
with rocks. And he's like, I
Parents.
don't think we can fix this because
Oh.
it's full. So it's from the first
It's
floor all the way down to the
all the
basement.
way
So we're
down.
talking like 7 feet of rocks.
Yes, yes, and ladies and gentlemen, if you know that the ones that listen to us here out here in California, when we talk about a basement, that's motherfucking up, down, under the fucking.
So it's so stupid because I told them last year, I was like, yo, this is right at the back door, right? It's at face
Oh,
level of the 4-year-old. And they're like,
oh
hey, there's
no.
rocks in here. And I was like, yo, when you fix this, get this
Damn.
away from the fucking house. And they're like, well, there's nothing that we
Oh,
can do. And I was like, at this time, 3-year-old, my 3-year-old is
yeah.
putting rocks in there. And they're like, tell him not to do that. And I'm like,
Oh,
he's 3. And so
yeah. Like,
I
tell him
told them
not to.
this last year, like, this is a problem. You knew it was a problem.
Yeah.
And so
Uh,
now you're coming out and you're like,
we're having a
it's
problem.
full of rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
And you're not even acting surprised. You're like, yeah,
no,
I got a 4-year-old motherfucker.
no, I mean, who knows? Like, there could have been multiple times over the summer where him and all his friends were filling it up with rocks. You
Oh,
know,
with the
like they probably
quickness. With the
tricked the dog
quickness.
into doing it too.
Dude, I was about to say, you
It's,
now you realize how good their aim got and why it got so
I
good.
was like, where did because there's this little rock garden. I'm like, man, where the fuck did all these rocks go?
The shit's starting to flash back at you as they're like telling you, well, Mr. Citrak, we have to do this, we have to do that. And all you're thinking back is like, zzz, like, oh, this motherfucker was doing that. And you're putting the pieces together.
So, so, and so now I'm like, so they had to saw the pipe off again, just like they had to last year. So it's like a 2.5 inch, 3-inch PVC pipe. That's the exhaust and the inlet
Right,
for it.
right.
That it just sticks out of the fucking house. You're like, I'm just like, guys, this is nuts. This is right where we come in and out of the house, right in front
Yes.
of where all these rocks are. And I'm just like,
Yes.
this can't be here. This makes no sense. And they're like, whatever. And now, finally, they put a little grate on it so they can't shove rocks in. Because I was like, we're not doing this again next year. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not doing
yeah,
this.
exactly. Like, look, motherfuckers, we're gonna make a fix on this tonight. Like, fuck this
So,
bullshit, you know?
well, it's so funny
Oh
because the
God!
guy
For
who
those of you
came,
who want to have kids,
oh,
come
yeah,
on now.
yeah,
You
God
get
bless
these
him.
little surprises,
Well, the guy who came
right?
out and fixed it, like,
you,
I had words with him and I
I'm
went
like, you
back
get the
inside,
surprise.
and then my wife was
Hmm.
so upset because it's $3,000. My wife was so upset.
Yeah,
And
who wouldn't
then
be?
the baby, and
Right.
the guy, before he leaves, he tells my wife, he's like, "You're a
Hmm.
really good mom. You're a really good mom." And she was like, "I don't know why he told me that, but maybe he thought
Well,
that once he
it's like
left
I'm
that I
waiting for
was
you to
going to
leave
put
before I
my
kill this
foot in
motherfucker.
his ass."
Yeah, I was like, that's about to happen. Like, I don't know what you're telling me because somebody's about to get their ass whooped right quick. So
Shit.
I don't know. Like the baby's just sitting there like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, just about to get snatched the fuck up. Like,
Oh, dude.
and
Fuck.
that's how everybody learns. I mean, and that's I
Fuck
say,
that.
hey, that's parenthood. You get a surprise where, I mean, they show the surprise in those sitcoms where all of a sudden they move the poster and there's a big ass hole in the wall, like and that hole happened like 2 months ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, see, y'all motherfuckers don't realize you get shit like, wait, what? How much is that gonna cost me? Oh, I'm about to go kill a motherfucker. I mean, and it ain't. And I try to tell people too, as a homeowner, it ain't like you put the shit on layaway.
No.
It's $3,000 right
Yeah.
here and there. Like
That's
now,
it's called
motherfucker. Like you,
American Express, motherfuckers.
yes, yes. It's called. Wait, what? Americans have how much in debt? Like, well, I'm about to add to that number. Goddamn it, because yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. I remember when we had to cut the trees back, and I was like, "Wait, how much? $1,200?" And
bro, when we had that windstorm last summer and it split my elm tree in
hmm
half, sitting on the power lines, the power company's like, whatever, just wait till it to knock them down and then we'll come out and fix it. And I'm like, what? It's like, it's my neighbor's garage, it's my garage, all that. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
So then I got to call Dave's tree service to come out here. He brings a gang of motherfuckers, and it's like $2,000 to take a branch off.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and you know too, it depends on where you're at or what tree is. We all know. I'm just letting everybody know. Sometimes you go out there and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna cut this tree down," and then next thing you know, you get a bill for $20,000 because
Yeah.
you didn't go get the
Yep.
permit that
Yep.
cost nothing from
Yep.
the city. It
Yep.
costs nothing, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to take the time to go down there, and if you
But
don't, you get a bill for 20 grand.
that's what we were talking before we started the podcast. I was telling Jeff that the city came after me for my lilac bushes, which are on the corner. They're like 6.5 feet tall, perfect privacy, motherfuckers. Like you
Ah,
can't come
those
and
are
see
lovely.
me in my own
Yeah,
yard. And so
exactly.
some motherfucking old woman probably
Yep. Mm,
complained to the city, and now the city sent me a letter, and was like, "You need to cut your bushes down to 3 feet." And I was like, "Fuck that!" And
mm-hmm.
went to the city, and I was like, "Look, They came and took pictures and sent me the pictures." I was like, "They ain't nothing. Like you can see the intersection, and there's a stop sign beside, so that you stop and you look." I was like, "We both know what the problem
Mm-hmm.
is. The problem is the fucking city's tree." So I got this, I don't know, it's an ash tree or something right here in the front, which had all these little branches coming off the
Right.
bottom of it. That's what blocked vision.
The sign.
And
Mm-hmm.
so then I was like, let's split it. I'll go out there, I'll trim that tree, and then we're cool. And she's like, don't go and touch that
Yeah.
tree, because if you touch that
Yeah.
tree, the forestry department's going to come after you, and they're going to come after me too. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So
Yeah.
they came out and
Yeah.
they trimmed that tree. But yeah, they would
Mm-hmm.
have fucking lost their minds,
Are
because
you kidding? Fuck yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to cut the tree down, the one on the other side, because
Yeah.
it faces south, it blocks the garden sun and all that. And I'm like, let's just
Mm-hmm.
cut that tree down, get all that nice
Yeah.
sun.
Son.
And the realtor was like, fuck, don't touch that tree.
Yeah.
Don't touch that
Don't,
tree.
don't. You don't. I mean, if it's in your backyard, like the ones that I had in my old place in my backyard, yeah, those,
Yeah.
boom, boom, I
But
got rid of those.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's in
But
that
out
mow
front,
strip,
yeah.
yeah, if it's in that mow
Yeah.
strip, man, fuck no.
Don't fucking,
Don't
yeah,
touch it.
don't do it. Right. We can give you some
And
advice.
I
We don't
was
give good advice, but
No,
that's
we
some
give
good
terrible.
advice.
Don't ever
Yeah.
listen to anything that we say.
Nothing. But I'm gonna tell you
But
now, don't cut that fucking tree down.
do don't even. And so, the hilarious thing too is that they're probably about 4.5, 5 feet tall now, and
Oh damn.
the bushes, the lilacs, and the
Right.
city is like, okay, whatever, you're cool, you
Yeah.
know. So I just had to pay them a little lip service, show
You
them that I
do.
actually went out there and trimmed them, but like, I mean, they're up to like my chest now instead of over my head,
Right.
you know? So I cut like
Right. Yeah.
that much, like 2 feet off of them, which still, man,
It,
it's like, it sucks because they're so like, it's just privacy, you know?
that's all you want.
And
That's
I
all you
planted
want.
on either side, I have blueberry bushes and raspberry bushes and all
Oh,
that
those are lovely.
because I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking privacy. I don't want you to look in on my
Yeah.
yard, you know?
Yeah. I'm like,
But
and
like,
I'm doing it for you because I'm gonna be in my boxers. You don't
exactly.
want to see me. You don't
No,
want
you
to see me in
don't.
my boxers.
You don't want to see me in my boxers having hot chili pepper eating contest with my neighbors, right? You don't want that.
Exactly. You know, you don't. You don't. You don't. I mean, so I'm thinking of you. That I'm coming
Yeah,
from a place
yeah,
of love. That's what I'm trying to do.
yeah. If you follow, if you follow me personally on Instagram, that's what I
Yeah.
post. Is me having chili eating contest with an
Yeah.
11-year-old neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm shirtless and in a bathing suit.
Yeah. You're like, you don't want to see that. You
No,
don't.
no.
There's too many
That's
dots,
for
too many
your
things.
benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And I'm a
No.
man
No.
who's in good shape,
Yeah. Yeah.
got
Well, I guess.
work out,
Yeah.
not a lot
There
of
you
fat
go.
on me. You don't want to see
Mm.
that.
No, you still don't want to see it.
No.
Mm. No.
And
That's
that's
why we
okay
have lights to
because
turn out.
right. Well, I'm always walking around my house naked because the sauna is
Yep.
in the basement and my
Oh.
bathroom is up on the second floor. So I'm
Mm.
walking through my house naked. If you don't want to
As you
see that,
should.
then
It's your house.
let me grow my bushes. But if you want to
Yes,
see that,
please.
there, I'm walking
Then
naked, especially when
Godspeed.
my body is glistening with sweat and perspiration.
And I'm
I'm all
heaving.
slicked down. I got it all trimmed, manscaped downstairs. I don't know if you want to see that or not, but
And you
just
got
telling
that
you
what
what's up.
Maxwell song singing in the background.
I'm just telling you what's up.
I'm telling you, you don't want to see it. You
I don't
think you
think you
do,
do.
but you
I
don't
mean,
want to see it. I was like, I'm
I
agree
will.
with you. I
A
don't want to
man
see it. So yeah.
a man who turns 47 on Tuesday.
Oh,
I don't
look
know if
at
you want to
you.
see
That's
that.
right. You happy birthday. 47, you said?
Yeah,
Nice.
lighter and
Nice.
fitter than I have been since I was
Mm.
in college.
Oh, now that's always damn good. That's damn good
I
right
weigh
there. Kudos to you, sir.
170 pounds.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I
Nice.
probably shrunk a bit. I used to be 6 feet tall, but I'm probably shrunk because I'm
Mm.
old.
Well, that happens, they say, when you get old. That's good. That's good. Good.
And if you
Good.
do
I like
jujitsu
that.
and you let 200-pound men stack you and squash your back, my back has been
Mm.
screaming at me this week because I rolled with
Mm. That doesn't sound right, but okay. Hmm.
one of my younger uh, students. I just rolled with them for like an hour
There you go.
on Tuesday,
Mm.
and then I was like, man, I should
Mm.
probably stop doing this because my back is really hurting. And then it's like, you want to keep going? And I'm like, sure. And then I spent the rest of the
Sure.
week with,
Sure, punk.
do you
Sure,
have
we
one of
can do
those
this.
like little massage guns? You know what I'm talking about? Like the Vibe or whatever, where
Yeah, the
it's
one
like,
that, yep.
dude,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how I got along without that thing. Like
yeah.
I bought one this year and it's like, I'm just going to say this is that my oldest puts it on his penis.
Yeah.
My wife was like, "Do you see what he does with it?" And I'm like, "Yes, I see. We're
Yeah.
just gonna let it
Yes.
go. I'm sure
Yeah.
that it feels
Yeah.
great, you
Yeah.
know."
Exactly. You ever climb the rope at a gym class? Yeah. Okay. You
Right.
ever notice how they kind of slow down halfway up?
Thing is that unlike how we were raised, I'm always going to put
Mm.
either ignore it or put a positive spin on that kind of thing because I don't want any kind of weird, when they're 16 or
Right.
whatever, any kind of weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got shamed so much that it took me like 15 years to be a normal sexually functioning person. Like I just got so much shame,
Yes.
and because you
As it
don't
normally
understand,
did back then. Yes.
you don't understand when you're 12 or 7 or whatever. You don't get
Mm-mm.
it. You don't understand. So that's
Mm-mm.
that's another good set of advice. So from trimming your trees to not shaming
Yep.
your children for things that they don't even understand why they're doing them.
Exactly. You can say more than just remember to always keep the door locked now. I mean, that's that's only that's about the only advice I ever got was you're 12 now. Make sure the door is always locked.
Man. So, do you want to do the podcast, or you just want to talk about yard work?
Well, we can keep going. We you know how we're always doing the podcast. We don't always hit everything that we got written down. But what you got on there for us?
Well, I think I want to bring it back to the roots, and I want to assure the viewers and listeners that uh, we are headed back to our roots as far as like not complaining about COVID all the time and having me rant about shit. I'm sorry, I was going through some things, uh,
Hey,
but
that's all right. Everybody was.
I did want to talk a little bit about your boy Jon Gruden and your boy Kyrie
Mm,
Irving. Uh,
mm,
and I think that maybe I'll start with Kyrie because I think it's really interesting how
Mm,
this is a motherfucker who's been going on and on for years about flat Earth and all kinds of
mm,
crazy nonsense.
mm, mm-hmm.
But because the NBA has become like the fucking, I don't know, the social justice warrior league where they have say his name on their jerseys and all that shit,
I
like
can't
it's
breathe.
I can't breathe. Like the NBA is a fucking sinky ship, and you're still sucking China's dick.
Mm,
LeBron doesn't want to say, "Oh well, what about the weaker Muslims? What about
ah,
Hong Kong?" Well, I don't
oh,
know anything
fuck
about that.
yeah.
I don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
But you're so social justice woke. Say his name. I can't breathe.
Hey,
All this shit. While these
uh,
motherfuckers are literally fighting for their fucking lives. But whatever.
fighting.
Make your money, John Cena and
Hey,
NBA.
do the one step.
That Kyrie won't get the shot, right? He won't get the
Won't
vax
get it. Won't get it.
because
Mm-mm.
he's fucking batshit crazy and believes all these conspiracy theories. But the media wants to hold him up, like, look how woke these guys are. They're so awesome. Like, this isn't to say that Black lives don't matter because they do. All
Hey,
right,
I
where's
heard
my?
all lives matter. There it is. It's always right behind you. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
This is my get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
uh,
because you going to jail with me. So yeah, you got to have a different card
I'm getting
than me.
buried under that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was about to say we going down together. I'll be looking
but
right at you.
but that uh that he's like, so awesome and so woke and all this, and now he won't get the vaccine, and you see the media just choking. Like
Yeah.
ESPN. How the fuck can you watch ESPN now? I was watching that the other day, and I was just like, my mind exploded. It's just
Well,
like
just
it's like the dumber version of CNN, which is
oh,
we can talk about that, but it's so stupid. I was
oh,
listening to a
I just
podcast
about
with
everything.
what's his name? Jesus, let me. He used to be the beat.
Patrick.
He used to be the beat writer for the Warriors. Uh,
Oh, not Gutierrez. No, because he's dead. Oh God, fuck. Now I can't remember.
what's his name?
Beat writer for the
Uh,
Warriors. I can't. I can't. All I keep
hold
now
on, hold on.
thinking
I
of is
got Google.
Pedro
Don't worry
Gomez.
about it.
It's a Google. Uh, bring up
Uh,
Google. God, what is his name? I can't. What's his name? King? No.
no.
Damn. You know who I'm talking about though? That writer.
Oh, Sean King. Yeah,
God.
the white guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
white guy.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, but no. Okay. Oh, damn. Damn. I can't think of who used to be the beat writer out here for the Warriors. God, I fucking can't. Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea. But I'll show
Wait,
everybody in the
hold on.
camera. Hey, look, I got a
Don't
clean
worry
bomb.
about it. I got Google.
Mm. Google. Mm. Oh yeah, that was good. Long hit there. Try not to cough. Oh, that was delicious. What's Google saying? Burp, 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 burp. Come on, that was a funny dad joke. That was hilarious. Come on. You don't like that one?
Oh, sorry, I'm Googling.
We should make that into a shirt. Sorry, I'm Googling.
So it was on the fifth. It was the
hmm
fifth column. Oh,
Yeah, I can't. Mm-mm.
Ethan Strauss. Thank you. So
Oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't.
he's the former beat writer for the Warriors, and he's talking about like how the NBA's. Sorry, I can't believe I can keep that train of thought after hearing your nonsense while I'm trying to Google. But he's talking about how the ratings are down by like they're a fifth of what they were like 5 years ago. Like nobody's watching the NBA, and
Right.
And about like just like the locker room culture. What did Trump say? It's locker room talk, right? Like what did Charles
Yeah.
Barkley say? The locker room is the most sexist, misogynist, homophobic place, and boy, do I miss it. Like
Yes.
this is what
It
athletes
is. Yep.
do, right? And so the media
Yeah.
wants to act shocked when the guy who thinks that the Earth is flat doesn't want to get the fucking vaccine.
Get a shot.
Like,
I I
you hold
know.
these people up. They don't want to be role models. Most of them
Nope.
didn't get an education when they were at school because their their
They
shit
play
paid
basketball.
for their shit paid for the social studies building or whatever, you know.
Hmm.
But
Oh, most definitely. He said, but you can't be amazed when these motherfuckers don't do the shit like you said. He's not getting the shot. It's like, oh, I can't believe it. Da, 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 da. It's like, well, the motherfucker thinks the world is flat. How does that hit you out of left field?
yeah, so now they're saying what he can't play.
I don't know what's the law that says. What does the state say? Da 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 da. See, that's when we start walking down the whole crazy shit. Which again is like I always just say, look, motherfuckers. Hey, it's whatever they fucking say. That's it's the job. It's the fucking it's the employment agency. It's like what your employer asked for you to do,
Well,
and that's their right to do it. So I
is
mean,
it?
fuck.
I mean, it's your body. What happened to my body, my choice?
Hmm. Oh well, I hear you, but again, if you don't have to make a dick cake for a motherfucker because it's your right, it's your business to ask this or that, then hey, I mean, you just so I hear you, but I'm just saying you got to give and take. You got to ask. I mean, you don't want it to shut down again. That could theoretically could happen again. I mean, this is
Yo,
part of town to keep. I
holler
mean,
at
I
holler
just
at South Dakota, yo.
yeah,
Shut
yeah,
down.
exactly. I'm just saying. I just point out like, look, it went this way. We understand that, so this is another way we're trying it. But I mean, you
Well,
can't fault a business saying, wait a minute, I lost some money. Let you. I mean, really. I mean, like, what do you
what
want the
about
business to do?
what
Is
about the
not.
businesses? What
Mhm.
about the businesses that have been shut down because of this shit? Why is it okay that Target's still open, but your mom and pop market has to close? Like everybody's losing. Let's just put that on the table.
Right.
Everybody's losing except for fucking Jeff
Oh,
Bezos.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Hey. Why you bullshitting? Why you bullshitting? And you're true on that. You're true.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
true on that.
So,
Like,
so
I mean, I'm not saying anybody's. I'm just saying, what is it that you? Because and you're a business owner, so I mean, you
yeah,
can answer this one, because that's one of my questions too. It's like, okay, you did lose this, or you didn't have this open to continue just to have this because you want to bring in,
yeah. Well,
this customer, that, that's what I'm
well,
asking. Like,
yeah.
what?
Well, let me give you my
Hmm.
perspective as a business owner, and it's really it to me. I mean, I'm going to say it's funny, but in reality, I think it's really sad. And I'm like talking with people
Hmm.
back home, like they're not understanding what it's like to actually run a business as a small business owner. Like I need to stay open. If I don't stay open, then that means I don't have shit. But that means I still have to pay rent.
Right.
That means I still have to pay my taxes. I still have to got to do all X, Y, and Z. Right.
Hmm.
So let me, as a small business owner, decide what I want
Right.
to do and how I want to do it. As long as I'm not being stupid and reckless. Right. Like, you know, uh, nobody wants. And the thing
Right.
is that the public will decide for themselves whether or not you're being stupid and reckless. Right. Like, if you're swapping spit and spitting in each other's eyes and whatnot,
Thank you.
they're probably
Thank
not
you.
going to come into that business. But if you keep the things clean,
Right.
you got your shit tight, whatever, people will, right? But they'll let the people decide for themselves. And that's the thing that I
Right.
said back in like March when I got
Right. So you're
vaccinated. I was like, look, I just told
right.
all of the people that patronize my
Vaccinated.
business, I was like, I am getting vaccinated for you. Like I didn't really want to do it, but because it's not gonna fucking kill
Right.
me. But I was like, and probably because I already had it like 9 times
Right.
too. Because it's South Dakota, we all got it. Uh, But I was like, I'm doing it for you, for your kids, for your vulnerable people,
Right.
whatever. I'm going to do it. But I'm never going to say that in order to come into my business, you're going to have to show me some whack ass card. Never. And this is before
Right.
Delta, before all this
Which
shit.
right, which is fine, that's the right, and I mean, and that's more or less you don't want to be mandated to do that, which
No.
I fully understand. I fully understand that part. I'm just saying I'm coming from a part that where you're at a business that does ask you of that you don't like, not you, but a person gets
Yeah,
all
yeah.
mad, and I'm just
Yep.
like, well, wait a minute, how the fuck are you gonna get mad? That's when I say, hey, if you have the right not to make a dick cake, then you should have the right to ask this, and you shouldn't be mad at them for that.
No,
Because
I
then
don't.
I also, I just say, and I
100%.
also point to you like they're trying to stay open to get their money,
Yeah,
and
yep,
this one way they're thinking they can get
yeah,
theirs, and like,
yep.
why are you mad about that?
I don't, I'm going to make a distinction between small businesses. So basically, it's just you and your family that run this shit,
Family,
and
right?
maybe you have like less than 10
Mm-hmm.
employees or whatever. Okay, there's a big difference between that
Mm-hmm.
and Salesforce or
Yep.
Facebook
Well,
or Google,
Target rep. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a big
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
difference between that and one thing and the other, right? So if
Yep.
I go to work at Walmart and they're like, fuck, you got to get vaccinated or go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, that's that's too much, right? Because no one asks me when I go into Walmart, when was the last time you got your tetanus shot? When was the last time you got your MMR? Right? Those things are really deadly and dangerous, right? But no one's going to ask you that, and they're not making that part of employment, right?
Mm-hmm.
The If the vaccine 100% worked, 100%, even if it 90%
Right.
or 80%, it doesn't though. That's the thing. We're seeing it now. People who've gotten vaccine and getting COVID. So I think that we're putting way too much power in the hands
That
of
will
quote
happen.
unquote
Mm-hmm.
business, right? Because the government is too weak to be able to say, we have to do this. And so instead they're saying, putting the pressure on big businesses to do what they can't do, right? Which is vaccine
Mm-hmm.
mandate. Come out and be a man and tell us, okay, well, we all have to get vaccinated. Okay, show
Right.
me the reasons why. Talk to me like I'm an adult. No, instead it's, no, we're going to make the businesses do it. And then you can't go grocery
Mm-hmm.
shopping if you haven't been vaccinated. And you can't work if you haven't been. Bullshit. Bullshit. Like policemen, nurses who
If you can't, if you
are
haven't,
essential
that's how they put
workers.
it.
They were essential fucking workers 8 months ago. Now we're saying,
Mm-hmm.
yo, because you work at Walmart, you have to get vaccinated. And if you don't, go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. No, no. They were essential workers then. They're essential workers now. Rant over. Old Lou. I froze old Lou.
All right, but I mean, it's like, I'm like waiting like a double dutch trying to get in on the jump. No, yeah, I hear you. It's just I'm kind of like I get blown both ways, because again, I just I'm like, well, some of it, you just have to bite through, and if you're fucking a fireman, you're supposed to be protecting the public, right? I mean, part of
Yeah.
protecting the public, some of us aren't vaccinated or is vaccinated, or you could pass that on to them and they can die, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. So I mean, I'm looking at you as my responder, so I'm asking you to be fully vaccinated and all that, so you don't pass that on. I mean, so I'm blowing on both sides. I'm like, yeah, I can see all that, but then again, I don't want the COVID. I don't want the 1-9 to just it through rampant, and then you're out, or what have you. You pass it on like going to save somebody. I mean, not
Yeah,
every, I mean, but again, don't they have a lot of protectors now to do mouth to mouth and all that? I'm just saying, some days I just kind of feel like, well, goddamn, motherfucker, I want you to be, tip top. I don't want to be worried about the ambulance ride bill and that this motherfucker just gave me something. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mm.
Right? There's not a lot of easy answers, but
Right.
all I want to say is that these people were heroes a year ago. Like nothing's changed, right? They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have fucking masks,
Nope.
right? But they still went out
Nope. And we all
when you
complained
got in a
about it.
car
Yep.
and when you got in a car crash, they came and rescued your ass. Or when, you know, whatever,
Yep.
your cat got stuck in a tree, they came and got it. Like, let's treat these people with the
We got
respect
it.
that they
Yep.
deserve. They put their lives on the line, literally, right? Like, let's treat them with
Right.
respect
Right.
and listen to what they have to say. Like, you know, that thing
True.
in Seattle where they fucking what? They fired like 300 police officers or something. These fucking people were heroes. Seattle
Right.
is a fucking hot mess, and they lost more police. It's
Yeah,
like,
that is
you
a
know,
mess out there.
dude, like all the nurses
That,
and doctors that
that's
didn't have the protective equipment that they needed last January, last February, last March. Like these people, like
right.
all I'm saying, like Kyrie Irving aside, right? He's fucking rich. Go fuck yourself,
Right.
whatever. The essential workers, the people that we looked forward to, right? Remember, like they had to go to fucking work. They didn't have the
They
choice. Like
did.
I got to stay
They did.
home. I got to
They
stay
got no
home
time
in
off.
my
Yeah.
little house and work in my fucking pajamas. Right? They didn't get that choice.
Yeah.
They weren't able to. Remember, they were essential.
Mm-mm.
And now we want to look at them like,
Mm-mm.
fuck you. If you haven't gotten vaccinated, you can't eat. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And that is bullshit. That is
You know,
bullshit. But again, like it's
here's the compromise. Here's the compromise. Why is it that the vaccine is free, but tests cost like hundreds of dollars?
yeah, I know.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to get vaccinated. Look, you should. If you should get vaccinated.
Don't.
But
get tested every day.
Get tested. Yeah. So if you work at
Tested every day.
Walmart should pay for that test. You come in on Monday, they test you. Next Monday, they test you again.
every day.
I don't know if they need to test you every day, but
yeah, see, that's what I can blow that way.
I think that's a fine compromise.
It's off the shit. I think that is too. I'm fine with something like that. What I always point back to is we don't want shit to go back to the way that it happened. Because I'm not talking about here, because if we just step back for a second and we look at other countries, you know, motherfuckers getting shot with rubber bullets and some places are going back to da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, look, I don't want that shit to happen. I don't want any of that crazy shit to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You know it's not going to happen again, we said.
It's not going to happen here. You know why?
Because
why?
Because because it's South Dakota and they got guns and they got guns and they're gonna.
I just bought more guns this week. Dude, I'm doing.
Did you see? Did you see that motherfucker that asked when we're gonna be able to shoot motherfuckers now?
No. Who said that?
Dude, it's like this dude out. Like it was this conference. I want to say out in Idaho or whatever, and I forget who it was for. This white wing party guy. And this one guy steps up and he's like, look, you know, they stole this election from us. When is it time for us to step up and use our guns and go and kill them? When can we kill them? And you're just sitting there going, wait, what? What? I mean, the guy denounced it and and told him, hey, no, that's what they I want to say somewhere in Boise, Idaho, it was this convention for a white, not white, for a right wing party member. He was white, but yeah. It's God, and the guy, he denounced it and everything. It was interesting because you're like, yeah, he said all the right things, but it wasn't like, it's like whoa, like that's where you had the chance to do the whoa, like what McCain did when the woman went off about Obama, and he was like, whoa, wait. This motherfucker, and you know, like this, and like stop the shit right there. Yeah. And when this guy was like, "Hey, when can we kill him?" That's when you guys just said, "Whoa, wait! Now here's the time for us to like just put that shit to rest. We can't kill, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like started to say like, we are Americans. This is like, look, okay, we got to stop. Like there was no transition like that. It was just still keeping on the message, but a different way. Like that's what they want you to do. Blah, blah, blah. We have to do this. And it's just like, oh, you had your chance.
It was
That's the way I'm
Arizona,
looking at it.
dipshit.
Was it Arizona? Well, shit,
How
goddamn.
many? His question: how many elections are they going to steal before we kill these people?
Yes, exactly. Like that's a blatant. Like think about that question. Like just, I'm not saying white, black, or anything. No, nothing of that. Just think about where this man is in his mind of what he believes happened and what what
It was in
everybody else should
Idaho.
be
Sorry,
able
it
to
was
do.
in Idaho. It was in
Oh,
Boise.
okay, okay.
Sorry. So
Boise.
yeah,
But yeah, but I'm just.
But that's, dude. That's the thing. Like, how fucking nuts has shit gotten that we have people openly saying, "Can I shoot other people?" Because why?
Right.
I'm on this side of
Yes.
vaccine mandates or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
Well, for what?
no, motherfucker, you don't get to, two things. You don't get to shoot people because they want you vaccinated. Number two, you can go grocery shopping and go to work because you're not vaccinated. Let's agree on those two things.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's like, wait a minute, motherfuckers. Y'all don't see this shit. And like I said, even if you are a Republican, like that was even your time to step up, but you could have pulled so many people to your side if you would have just been able to fucking back together that way. I mean, really, that's what I keep trying to tell people. It's like, no, I'm not asking somebody everybody's fine. I'm asking somebody to come and pull us back together again.
Well, I mean, we did a podcast.
I mean, being together doesn't mean we do the same things, but
yeah, I mean, we did a podcast back in September, right around September 11th, the 20th anniversary, and I can't think of how quickly we all got so divided. But the thing is that because no one is listening to anybody else. They're trying to tell everybody else what to do. You have to wear a mask, or you're a fucking asshole if you're not wearing a mask. You killed my grandmother.
Yeah.
If you don't wear them, okay, I didn't actually kill your grandmother.
Right. Right.
Or, these people who want to wear masks, this is tyranny. No, this is just we don't want everybody to get sick. Right? Like it's pretty simple. Like but we don't
want everybody to get sick.
Like CNN and ESPN and Fox News. We've let them fuck with our heads so much they fucked us. Like you ever see like porn where it's just a woman with a lot of dicks in her face? Like it's just like dicks all over her face. Like there's dicks in her ear, there's dicks in her hair, there's dicks in her eye, and her nose, and in her mouth, and then she's got two hands that are both full of dicks.
Yeah, that's why you got to turn that one off. Yeah,
that's what's happening to all of us right now.
Right.
That's
what
funny,
this is.
but it's true.
All dicks on the table. No, you're right. It is, and you can't get either side to come to anything. Either side you try to even present like we're talking bullshit. Oh, you're this, you're that, and you're just like, what? I'm one of like, and then you get some instructions. Go, come on. What about that? Like,
man, your internet sucks.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, because even still. Today does it? It's probably because it's always fucking raining and shit today.
I'm seeing you,
but yeah, I mean,
glitch out and
like I said,
year and a half.
Oh yeah, well, hey, like I said, we bitched and moaned about motherfuckers on that end. I mean, Hey, I just want to get back, like they say, everybody want to get back to the way it was. Well, shit. So do I. I want to be able to say, hey, man, did you catch that football game? Instead of when I say that, you're still watching football? But
Yeah.
they do
Holy
this for the
cow!
flag. They do this for that.
I
It's like, oh,
watched
motherfucker,
I
motherfucker.
watched a football game this past week. I watched the
Oh,
Thursday night game, the
oh,
Packers
pray
and
tell, sir.
Cardinals.
What game was that?
The Thursday night game, the Packers and
Oh,
Cardinals.
oh,
And I put it
nice,
on, and I'm like telling
nice,
my
nice,
boys, I'm like, this is football. And they could not give a fuck about
nice.
it. And I'm like,
Fuck.
no, this is
Mm-mm,
football.
mm-mm.
And they're like, I don't fucking care. Can we put on Coco?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
no, this is football. And they're like,
Yeah, do you
I
not know
don't
that's the Packers?
give a fuck about this. And you know what else?
Yeah, they're
There's a motherfucker, Aaron Rodgers, copping my look
right.
with this fucking man bun shit.
Well, if you could fucking grow a goddamn fucking beard and mustache, then you'd be really looking like that motherfucker. But
I can't.
I
I can't.
know your shit would be all patchy and nasty. Yeah, it'd be all patchy and black. You'd just be walking in like, damn, motherfucker, do you want to get some hair with some glue and put it on together?
I've been looking. I've been looking like the Team
You know,
America.
they're far different from my monkey.
When they dressed him up in Team America, that's how my beard would look. I'll give you the super secret signal.
That's exactly how it went. All patchy and nasty. You'd be like, motherfucker, what the? As soon as I'd see you, I'd be like just handing you a goddamn a bic. I'd be like, nah, motherfucker, you gotta fucking you gotta shave that now. Like I'll come over and just slap you. No, just here, get the fuck out of here right now with that. Hold on, I have to kill this cat for 2 seconds. God damn it, motherfucker, get off of that. Oh, god damn it.
Well, you know,
cats,
all
man.
I have to
Whew.
say,
Oh, that's it.
all I've got to say is, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what's so fucking funny?
Oh, god
Is
damn, god damn. Let's go,
years,
Brandon.
for 4 years, when Trump was in office, it was just like, fuck Trump. That was it, right? Fuck Trump. And now we say, let's go, Brandon. And NPR is trying to figure out how to ban that phrase. It's like, wait, you spent 4 years saying fuck Trump.
Like yeah. Yeah, like how is it? You had De Niro constantly saying that.
Exactly. De Niro, the fucking guy who used to be who was he? The guy who used to be on ESPN and then he was a CNN person, Keith Olbermann. Same thing. Fuck Trump.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Had his head
Trump,
like she chopped his head off, and now you want to figure out how to ban.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I mean
exactly. Well, they tried to figure out how to ban skeet. So you know that, right? Come on, YouTube, take us off for that. Skeet.
The thing is like you see just how the media.
Oh
lies.
Yeah.
You see, she's interviewing the motherfucker. We can hear what the fuck they're saying, and she says, "Oh, they're saying let's go." What?
Yep.
You're just lying to us. If you're gonna lie about that we're looking at,
like,
what else are you lying about? If you're gonna lie about fucking Joe Rogan and whatever the fuck, what else are you gonna lie
about? There you go. Exactly. But, they lie about all. I mean, both ways as we see it. That's what I keep saying. That's what you and I keep saying. Laughing.
Yeah. Man, I was.
You know, that's why we just sit here, drink our drinks, laugh, and giggle.
What can you do? what can you do? Hey, do you want to take 5
Right.
and get your internet sorted out, or we just keep going? Hold
I
on
think
here.
we might just we keep going. I mean, the only thing I probably would have to do is go in and then come back out. I mean, go out. Oh, you're not hearing me? All right.
You're
All
just
right then.
freezing up.
Yes.
You're just freezing up.
So can we do that? Here.
Yeah.
You said 5 seconds. We'll do 5 seconds.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Shut it down. Hey, so we'll be right back, everyone. Oh, Lou already left. All right. Hold on one sec. So, like old Lou has a cast on his wrist from jerking off, by the way. He's like that girl in ninth grade who always had an ace bandage on.
She always had that like spiral break almost because she.
So,
Oh yeah.
the saddest thing in the world is when you go to pour yourself a little bit of liquor and there's only the
Mm.
droppiest drop.
I was gonna say just a little bit of like, oh.
It's just the littlest bit. It's just enough to give you that taste of liquor.
For the city, just enough for a sippy. Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
got a little sippy sip on. Sorry to hear that, my brother. Sorry. Damn, but
I
hey,
probably
we're
should go
living in
to
the
the.
great world around today.
We
Because I was
sure
gonna
are.
say, but you can have them deliver, right? I mean, you can have it delivered, right? Right?
I live in a small fucking town, dude. What are you talking about? I live in a
Don't you miss that
small,
part then about from living in the city where you're like, I'm out of liquor. Let
bro.
me just. Deet, 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 deet.
I'm out of liquor. I need a pizza. Let's see who gets here faster.
Oh, oh, exactly. And if you're living in the city, it'd be not only a pizza, but I also need some bud. So you could call all three of them, and that'd be a hell of a race.
Well,
Could
I
you
get
imagine having them
the
all
the
on a
funniest
three way and be like,
the funniest part about that is the bud always got there first.
"You're first." Oh yes,
It's like,
as it
man, you guys aren't
should
even
be.
proper stoners. Like, I should have to call
Yeah.
you like 3 hours from now and go, hey, where are you guys? I totally forgot that you were supposed to bring me some bud. But
See,
hey,
that's the difference. See, the potheads all sat around talking about building a business like that, and the one that didn't smoke was listening to him in the other room. Is like, yeah,
100. 100.
yeah, that's what happened.
That's exactly. But hey, so I've been keeping up on what's going on in California. So now you guys just had the outdoor, just harvested, kind of the
hmm
last little
hmm
dribbles coming in. But I was seeing like a lot of farmers. So thank God this year the forest fires weren't as bad as they have been the last
Yes.
few years.
hmm
Y'all got a good
hmm
outdoor harvest. Man, I saw it was $1,800 a pound for Mendo, Trinity, Emerald Triangle shit, outdoor organic grown.
Yeah.
Dude, that's half of
What?
what it used to be. It used to be
Yeah.
35, 35 to 4 grand, and it's at
Yes.
18. And how many farmers are going out of fucking business? And then we're seeing, you know why? Because
hmm
all those fucking places in
hmm
where's
hmm
Big Brother have his place at in Southern California?
Oh, 29.
Yeah, in 29 Palms, Joshua Tree,
hmm
all those are
hmm
huge grows out there by
hmm
big
Yeah.
businesses that are putting these small farmers out of business because
Mike
they can
Tyson.
Mike fucking Tyson,
Yes.
they can
This shit out
survive
there.
they can survive a year or two of $1,800 pounds, but in
Yes.
5 years
Yes.
it's going to be 4 grand a pound. Why? Because everybody else
hmm
is out of business and it's all grown down in the fucking desert now.
But wait, see, that's what I was going to say. Why it's going to go back up to 4. Not only is it going to be growing down in the desert, but also hidden shit that people aren't seeing is when them farmers are getting put out up there, it's not regular motherfuckers buying up that land
Oh no,
either. It's companies, corporations, shells, and all that shit. That when it goes back, it's going to be. That's why it'll go back because then they'll be able to have that. Oh, this is straight from Mendo,
yeah,
and da da da,
yep,
and
yep.
market it just right. And I mean, that's
And
yeah.
your fucking boy isn't doing a goddamn thing about protecting these farmers that have been growing for 40 fucking years up there. Your boy Gavin
Mm-hmm.
is too busy fucking eating at the French Laundry and whatever the fuck else. He ain't protecting. This is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember election night 2016. I was at jiu-jitsu and it was open mat, and so it was just sparring, and very few people were there because everyone was watching their TV because they wanted to know if Hillary or Trump
Right.
was going to win. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. The only thing I care about is cannabis going to be legal. Yes,
Right.
it was, and I was like, I'm cool, whatever.
That was it.
And
That
so
was it. We
I
could take
went,
the Trump
I hit my,
presidency. Mm-hmm.
on the way home, I hit my liquor store and I was like, bro, the dude that worked at the counter there, known him forever. And I was like, bro, weed's legal now. And he's like, this is a
Mm-hmm.
bullshit bill. This is going to fuck
Mm-hmm.
all the small farmers. And it's all about money and big business. And my words
Yep.
to him, and I was just like, yo, man, but at least people aren't going to jail anymore. And he's like, who cares? He's like, they're going to put people out of business. And I was like, whatever. That dude
Mm.
fucking, he worked at a liquor store and he knew more shit than I did. Like,
On that level, on that
and
one.
he's 100% right. They're trying to do it here in South Dakota. So, right, we legalized it, but now it's in this weird gray area.
Yep. Just like it was out
The
here.
senators and representatives, the recommendation from
Mm-hmm.
the committee in Pierre, South Dakota, is no
Mm.
home grow. If you can't fucking grow it at
Dumbass.
home, it ain't fucking legal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to me, as
Exactly.
much as
Mm.
I want it to be legal, I ain't voting for that
Mm-hmm.
shit. I called my
And,
senators, I
and
called them, and I was like, this isn't a non-starter. This is an agricultural state,
I was
motherfuckers.
just gonna say, aren't you living in a farm agricultural motherfucker where people live off the goddamn land?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Get
You and I, we talked about that for years about it. Yep. I mean, you can't if you can't grow it, there ain't no reason. It's
it
not
ain't
legal.
if
It's
you
not.
can't grow it, it ain't legal.
Mm-mm.
If
Mm-mm.
I gotta
Alcohol's
go,
legal. You can make that shit in your house. God damn it, it's legal. I got empty beer bottles downstairs in a box when I tried to make my own beer. The shit's
holy
legal. It's
shit!
easy peasy.
Oh
Oh,
my
look at
god!
you. Look at you. Look at
Holy
that.
shit!
Didn't realize there was CO2 in a can, did you?
Holy cow!
Oopsies. Yeah. Look at you. Just all. You got something to clean it up with, quick? Like that. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know now. My kids. Oh shit, and they love doing that shit now. I gotta watch them like. Matter of fact, I think they do it on purpose so I don't ask them to get me a goddamn soda or anything anymore.
You
Because
shouldn't
they
be
just
drinking
come over
soda
and
anyway.
they just set the shit down and boom. I'll be
Wait a
like,
second.
what the
You shouldn't be
fuck?
fucking drinking soda. What do you? You're a fucking
All
grown
right,
ass man.
I
How old
get
are you? Like
one
50
soda
years
a
old?
week.
One
Oh
soda a
yeah,
week.
51. I get one soda a
Wait a
week.
second. You should have
Yeah.
one soda a year. The fuck are you
Oh, I
talking
got one
about?
soda a
You're
week,
not a
man. My
fucking
Dr.
kid.
Pepper, man. Oh, I gotta have my
Oh
Dr.
yeah,
Pepper.
you and your fucking
I
Dr.
got. What
Pepper.
do I got? My Dr. Pepper with my whiskey now. God damn it.
Oh fuck that. Just drink whiskey like a
Mm-hmm.
fucking
I
man.
know. Love my whiskey. God damn it. Oh, I love my whiskey.
There's nothing
But see,
wrong with
that's
loving
legal.
whiskey.
See, but hey, wait. Nothing. I don't care what anybody. No, you got to have you some whiskey. It's damn good. Matter of fact, I even got me a nice little flask sitting right fucking next to me.
Man,
God damn it! I mean, I got this bad boy
can you
sitting
pour me a
right
drink
here.
because I need one. We can press pause while I go to the store real quick.
you're so close, you could probably run. It's so small, and everybody knows you. I wish it was back in the day when you remember you used to be able to go get, like we talk about. You used to
Yep.
just take in, bring a piece of paper, and Miss Johnson, you'd be getting her a fifth of whatever and some Benson and Hedges.
Yep. Yep. I do remember that. It's exactly Benson and Hedges. Because I would steal a pack from a freezer.
Oh,
I'd
most definitely.
pay me to feed her cocker spaniel, and then I'd take a pack of smokes from her freezer because
There
she had
you
cartons up in that
Yes,
freezer.
yes,
Oh, dude.
carton. But you always got the vodka fresh with the handle, right? The one with the handle.
Yeah, it was always like Kamchatka or something with like some
Oh
kind of like where
yeah,
even is this in the world?
yeah. Like they should just put rock gut on the fucking rock gut vodka, rock gut whiskey. Just
The thing is like yeah. Well, I used to hit that old crow.
yeah.
Like
Oh
because I fly
yeah.
like an eagle when I drink Old Crow.
Well, crow. God damn it! Are you bullshitting?
But
Whatever was with yes.
that's what my dad would have in his liquor cabinet with Old Crow,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Nice.
we'd hit that shit. Like my boys would come over, and because my dad worked third shift, so he'd either be
Oh,
sleeping or at work, and so
alert.
we'd hit that
Yep.
Old Crow, and then we'd go out into the yard and we'd shoot guns off. Like we try to. Why were there guns available to us? I don't know. But that's what we do that, get tipsy, go outside with guns, and shoot skeet.
Go outside and guns and shoot.
Dang. Dude, the other day
Goddamn.
I didn't clean my gun for like a year. And so I took
Damn.
apart
That's not
my
good.
my shotgun, and I took it
Right.
apart because I sat in the mud and the rain
Oh.
duck hunting a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, fuck, I gotta clean this gun. Like
Just sitting in the fucking rain.
I fell in a slough. So around here, that's where we hunt the ducks in the
Oh.
slough. And I was grabbing some ducks, and I fell with the ducks and my gun in a slough, and I was stuck in the mud like it was quicksand.
You're like, oopsies.
And I'm like, fuck,
Oh.
help.
Yeah.
Help.
Help.
It was a hunting accident waiting to happen because I looked down at my shotgun and my
I was
safety is
gonna
on
say, were you looking at the barrel?
my safety is on the top, so it's right above the trigger. So it's right where's my hand?
Oh,
It's right here.
shit.
So the trigger's
Right.
here,
Oh,
the safety's here. The
wow.
safety was red, and I was like, fuck, it's loaded.
Oh,
There's a round in the chamber, and I fell. Like,
oh
so,
shit! All I hear is the beasties looking down the barrel of a
son of a gun, son of a bitch, getting paid, getting really wet.
getting rich.
And so
Oh,
it's so fucking hilarious watching this dumbass city Californian duck hunting. I tell you that we should stream it live, watching me duck hunt, because I get stuck, I fall down, I'm covered in mud, and then like all my buddies are like, they're clean, they have no problems walking through this shit or doing whatever, and it's me. I'm
yeah.
cold, I'm wet, I'm shivering, I fell down in the mud, and they're just looking at me like, God damn, this motherfucker. How has he stayed alive for all these years?
Exactly.
It's the most humbling, embarrassing thing is going out with my friends hunting. It's so. Oh, and that same day, I got pulled over by the game warden. And I got a
Oh.
fucking ticket because he's like, you don't have your fucking waterfowl stand. And I was like, bro, I do
Oh,
have it. I have
damn.
it. And he's like, no, you don't. You didn't buy it.
Nope.
But
Oh.
it's not loss of hunting privileges, but here's a $90 ticket. And I was like, fuck.
Oh,
And I was like,
damn.
telling
Yeah.
everybody, I was like, I got it. And then we go home and they're like, hey, do you have it? And I was like, fuck, no, I don't have it. I
I
didn't
have
buy
it.
it this
I
year.
don't have it. You're like, "Ah, I gotta pay $90 and get that motherfucker."
Now
That's
I
the
have to go
thing
get
too.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that game warden comes out of nowhere. I mean, it's
Well,
almost like you're just doo doo doo.
we climbed up out of the field, right? So the slough
Yep,
is all the way down there, and we're climbing
yep.
out, and I'm all muddy and wet, falling. I
Doo, doo,
got
doo,
birds and
doo. Yep,
whatever. The dog's with me, and I climb over the fence. It's barbed wire, and I'm like,
yeah,
and here comes this big ass truck coming down. I'm like, huh? I
yep.
bet he's
Doo,
been
doo,
watching us,
doo.
wondering if what we've been getting. And then I see the sign,
Right.
the emblem of South Dakota Department of Natural Resources, and
Exactly.
I was like, okay, well
Right.
that's cool, whatever. I'm gonna go
They
talk to
come
him.
out of nowhere.
And then
Yep.
he's like, dude, you don't have your waterfowl license, and
Yeah.
I see like 7 ducks here, and I'm like, uh,
Damn.
and
Yeah,
he's
they
like,
come out of nowhere. They're just like, "Hey, how's it going?"
and I know that because you hit your limit of pintails, so the two of you must have shot those birds, and I was like,
Yeah. They break it down for you. Like, look, before you even try and lie, I'm just gonna let you know how the evidence looks right
right,
now, and it
right.
just says you both shot these motherfuckers. Okay, I'm just
Well,
telling you. I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, when you go and
because
live
you
it
can get
out,
this ticket for this. Yeah, I was gonna say you get this ticket for this, or you get this ticket for that. Like,
exactly. So
like,
I can give your buddy a ticket.
yeah.
So if you say you didn't
Who
shoot any of these
probably,
birds,
yeah, I'm saying that he probably already has like 2 tickets and shit
no, this
that
is
he did.
after a exceedingly humiliating day of me falling down in the mud, of me falling down in the water, getting stuck in the water, almost blowing my face off
Oh,
because my guns got loaded and the safety's off. And then he's looking at me like, "You don't even have your fucking waterfowl
yeah.
license?" And I was like, "Oh, yo, I got it. Don't I got it?"
Like, I'm riding with you. You riding hot, motherfucker? What the
I didn't
fuck?
have it.
No, I'm on
I didn't
parole.
have
I
it.
can't even have.
I didn't have it.
Oh, that shit.
Well,
That
I
shit
told
is
him
hilarious.
I was like, well, last year I didn't shoot any ducks, but I had it. So does it count for this year?
Oh man, he probably was like, "Shit, I wish I can write you a bigger ticket now that you said that." And he
Oh
said,
my
"Like,
God.
damn it." Oh, because yeah, those like I was a friend of mine was telling me about his other buddy with their interaction with the game warden. Like, the game warden just comes like out of nowhere, like that. Like, is in an unassuming truck, just rolling down, or the dude like, dude, hey, how's it going? Hey, they biting today? Da da da. Yeah. How
Yeah,
many you catch? Oh, yeah, cool. And here's my fucking thing. I'm the game warden. Let me look at you. He said his buddy then
dude,
had to go
that's
to court over it, and then
yeah,
the judge was like telling him, and his buddy, he's uh, he's from another country, so he's there, and the judge sentences him, and he tells the judge that God's gonna come and get him for what he just did. And you're like sitting there and you're listening to it, and my buddy's like, "Child, you can't say that to the judge. What are you thinking? Like what? Like
that's
what?"
the only place I've ever been stopped is Ocean Beach, San Francisco. Because I'd
Oh
go out
yeah,
there,
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
fish, catch some surf
Mm-hmm.
perch or some halibut or whatever. That's the only
Yep.
place I've ever been served. I'm almost 47 years old. It's the only place, and it would
Really?
happen every time. Right? He'd
Mm.
see you coming up out of the beach with waders on, and he'd just roll up,
Yeah,
and he'd be like,
he would.
"So what you got? Let me see your keel. Let me see your license." And you're just like, "All right,
Yeah.
here." And then he's like, "What are you
Mm-hmm.
using?" I'm using a Crazy Charlie, getting these halibut or whatever.
Yep.
And
Making
that's
sure
the
that you have the right hook. You can't use this
yeah,
type of hook or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Fuck.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
all the fucking time, but never anywhere else. And then I climb out of this fucking field, muddy, wet, cold. It's raining, and this motherfucker shows up, and
Yeah.
I'm like, uh. And I thought the funniest thing about this is I thought I was cool because I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then he's like, you don't have your waterfowl license, and I'm like, huh? I was like, yeah, I do.
See,
And he's like, no, you
yeah.
don't.
See if it was, yeah. See if it was me. As soon as he'd be like, "Oh, that's a fishing game," I'd have been like, "Oh, fuck, I don't want." I was like, I automatically, I'm like, "Fuck," because I'll start to look down to make sure there ain't shit. Like even like, is there any alcohol down here? Da 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 da. I'm like looking for all the shit, and my buddies are always like, "What are you worried about?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, do you not know what?" They look at everything. What the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he took my
No.
gun, and so when you're duck
Yep.
hunting, you have to have a plug shotgun. And
Just
I
like you got
was
to have a certain type of fucking hook when you're fishing. You got to have
yeah,
this or that.
and
Yep.
your shot has to be a certain type of shot, all that. And so
Mm-hmm.
he's like, is your gun loaded? And I was like, no, it's not. And then he picks it up, and then he puts the little thing in. It's like they check it to make sure that it only holds 3 shots. And then he's like, where's your shells? And I was like, oh, it's in my backpack. And then he's like, just show me where it is. I don't want to get into probably because you
Yeah.
probably have something that I don't want to see in there.
I want to
Just pull
see. Yep.
that, pull it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, here it is. It's steel shot
Yeah.
because you
Mm-hmm.
can't hunt with lead shot. Uh,
Nope.
but
Uh-uh.
it's just so funny, like such a different experience. It's like we're armed. Like we have lots of
Yeah.
guns and lots of ammunition, and the guy's like, "Hey, so how's it going?
Yeah.
Is this your gun? Yep, this
Exactly.
is my gun. Can I
Yep.
inspect it?" Like, yeah, sure, whatever, man.
Yep. Because that's their job. Yeah, that's their job, and they're always like that. They're always like, "Hey, how you all doing?" Da, da, da. And like I said, they're not usually dressed in their shit. Like they may like you may start to notice it then when you start looking at their jackets and stuff. Because like I said, that's what's always happened to me. It's like all of a sudden you come walking out of somewhere and then some dude's like, "Hey, how's this going? Hey, is this going all right?" And you're like, "Yeah, da da da." They fighting, yeah, da da da. Yeah, that's a lot of fish you have there. And next thing you know.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, you look down and you're like, "Yeah, that's a lot of fish." And then you look up and he's holding his fucking badge out. And you're like,
that's how we
"Fuck."
go. That's how we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I usually had, then, you did have all your little what is it, a 1 day for whatever for fishing license or whatever. You had that shit. Like, don't they have even lifetime fishing license too?
They do. They
Two
do.
or something like that?
Yep. In California, they do. I don't
Damn.
know about here. But
Oh,
in
really?
California, it's like $500 or $600. You buy a lifetime fishing license.
Ooh, damn. That's a long 500. But if you fished, and then, I mean, on the regulars,
A
that
fishing
makes up
license
for it with
normally
another.
is like $65, something like that.
Uh, yeah, but
So
if, like I said, if you fish constantly, then that just pays for itself within a year.
yeah, yeah, it pays for itself. It's actually a really good deal, especially if you're
Right.
you know under the age of 60, where you're going to fish
Yep.
for the next 20 years. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what Big Brother Brock's gonna get soon too. He said he's talking about getting that because he's gonna be retired soon. So he's like, yeah.
man, being retired is the best thing in the world.
I tell people. I
You know
tell you.
why?
I tell you.
Is that
What's that?
is that the thing is that you're busier when you're retired than you were when you were working. I
Well,
look
yeah.
at
Oh,
I
you.
look up at the week and I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's Thursday. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, it went quick,
Every
didn't
fucking week.
it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the things that you're doing now, it's for you, and you're realizing all those little things that you couldn't get done. Actually, is a lot of shit. It's just shit that you got. It's a lot of shit to get done. And you're like, hey, it's just like that with the job. You look up and you're like, where the fuck did that day go? Or how, like shit, I got to do this tomorrow. I mean, shit, I've been to the dentist like 4 fucking times and shit, and they're not for me. Shit, I got my youngest. she's got to get these teeth out. Starts off fine, right? Gets one tooth out, fine. So I guess he didn't fucking inject more of the pain numbing
Uh-huh.
agent. So it wears off. So she's, having a fit, and as we all know, we're going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you run from the dentist and all this shit, hey,
Yeah.
don't go to the fucking dentist. The shit fucks you up.
Yeah.
It just go. So, so basically we ended up where we had to come back, but she still couldn't handle it. So we're going to go and take it so that she can get put under, and I tell people, I was like, that's what you want to do. If you can't handle it, go get put under. Cause I'm going to tell you now, if you don't, it's going to scare you. You don't. And yeah. And then, so now we're doing that. I got to get her there at 6:15 in the morning. That's some shit. I'm like, what? 6:15? Ooh. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks like a motherfucker. Oh shit, who we got going in the background? That's not too sure. Who's that? Who we got?
It's the theme
Breaking up a
song
little.
to
Who we got?
Hanging with Old Blue.
Well, for sure, then we won't get kicked off of YouTube for playing shit.
I love it when I asked him about this video, and he's like, everybody was talking hella shit, so I just went crazy. I'm some hands-on next vice grips. This is some real
Yeah, I
life
know.
shit.
Like, you like, you go, motherfucker. You go. Shit, that motherfucker's out there doing doing this thing too. Oh shit, doing this thing.
Morning
Shit.
swing, night shift.
I don't know what he's doing, but now he has. I guess at what time? Like one day he'll take pictures, and it all says like I'm in Arizona, up in the top, like Mesa, Arizona, and then the next day he's like, it says Hunters Point. I'm like, I don't know what to say, motherfucker, but your job as a security guard, boy. Woo, that gets you moving. I'm like, you go, motherfucker, you go. Oh shit. Oh, motherfuckers. Listen to that. That's some good booming shit. Oh, yeah. Oh shit. My fucking wrist is killing me. Oh
Stop doing it,
man,
huh?
man, man. Oh, I wish that was the case, man. I'm sitting there like a couple weeks ago. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we weren't able to do the show. Even last week we were trying to do. Because a couple weeks ago, I'm trimming, right? So I think the next day, my wrist is sore. It's all like, it's starting to like swell up. And I figured, I'm like, oh, okay, it must be because I was trimming. So let me not do this, And then it swells up, right? I mean,
Yeah,
where my
yeah,
where my
yep,
ring finger was just
yep,
ballooned up. So I'm like,
yep.
God damn it. So my wife finally talks me into going into the doctor. So I go into the emergency room, right? And,
Emergency.
they're like, did
That's
you,
not an emergency. My hand is swollen up is
well,
not an emergency, right?
it's the VA. You just couldn't get. I didn't get a hold of a doctor, so I just go in. So
Somebody
then the
get
guy's
me a
like,
doctor.
"Now, goddamn it, now!" So we do all the hoopy do the steps to get in. So I'm in there, and the shit's all swelled up. It's hurt,
Yeah.
and then so they're like, "Okay, well, did you fall?" So we go through the whole thing. I'm like, "No, I didn't fall," and they're like,
He
"Are you
he did
sure?" I'm like,
fall. He just forgot about
yeah, yeah.
it.
And I keep going, no, I didn't fall. I didn't fall. So anyway, so the guy's like going, hey, so the doctors come in and they look at it and they're like, okay, well, we're going to have to go in there and take fluid out. They're doing all this stuff. And they go, yeah, it could be septic. And I'm like, ah.
Peachy.
Yeah. And I'm like, how the fuck could it be septic? Right. So I'm like thinking, well, as we all know, I'm on oxycodone.
All the
So I'm
time.
like, well, shit. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I haven't been shitting right. So I tell the doctor, and
Oh
he's like, you haven't
no.
shit in 6 days?
Are
Yeah.
you
Uh oh. Did
fucking
the dog do
serious?
something?
No, I'm saying oh
The
no
doctor?
about you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then I was like, oh, it could be septic. So, I was like, it might be the hint. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I haven't done that. And then so they're like, okay, well, since you haven't, we're going to do this, this, this. And so they give me stuff, so I can take a big shit and all that, right? And then they're like, yeah, and so you haven't? I'm like, no, I got to fucking, you can't push and all this stuff and you bleed and all this. So they're like, all right, so we're going to
What?
have to
Wait, wait,
look
wait, wait,
up.
wait, wait, wait. You're glossing over important details. You're the worst storyteller in the world. What? Your blood?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so if you can't go, you know how you push and push and push because of the oxy and all that, and you can't go.
Hey,
So a
did you
lot of
ever
times
see
what
that?
happens.
Did you ever see that documentary about the guy who got fucked to death by horses?
Ooh, no.
Okay. Anyway, go on.
Me is the worst shitty storyteller. Now you got everybody listening like, wait, did he talk about a guy fucking a horse? Wait,
He
ladies and
it's
gentlemen, that
called
did
like
not happen to me. Okay.
Mister Happy or Mister Hands or something. So the horse. Never mind. Never mind. Just go on.
Well, God
I don't want to get
damn.
into it.
Woo, God, you even got me here. Well, damn, now I'm gonna get it. Yeah. So anyway, so it's basically you got a fucking hemorrhoids coming out of you and fucking shit, and then
Why do you have
so
hemorrhoids? Do you
I
not know how to wipe your own butt?
because I no, because I push too hard because I
Why'd you
can't
push too
fucking
hard?
go because of the
Dude, I thought
fucking
you were. Are you
oxy.
still eating athletic greens?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Dude, that
just
shit
that's
has
what the
so much.
oxy
That.
eventually.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
You
oxy.
think that?
You need to get off
Yeah,
that fucking
yeah,
shit, dude. You need to get the
yeah.
fuck off
So
that shit.
yeah, so that shit, I mean, so because then when you do eventually shit, it's like this big ass shit that's like as hard as whatever and feels like
Yeah.
shards of glass, and then stops like halfway through, and then you gotta wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, so I'm telling the guy, yeah, I can't do this, and then he's like, well, now we're gonna have to look up your ass, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like looking at him like, and not only that, right? Not only that, other funny thing is that he's fucking. It's a teaching day,
Yes. Yes.
and I'm like, oh, like, and as you know, so ladies and gentlemen, as you get older, you really just don't, you don't really don't give a shit about your body figure and all that when you're sitting in an emergency room, right? You're not really like a
Been
kid
there.
and worried about, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you ain't worried about shit. You're like, well, if you want to look up my ass, motherfucker, hey, God bless, And so, and he's talking to them, like he's sitting there, he's like, okay, so we're going to have to go up his anus. We're going to look around. We're going to do all of this. And like he's telling them, and then she's like listening, the student. Then she looks at me and she's like, Mr. Lewis, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to split this up. And I'm like sitting there like looking at her like, I just listened to this motherfucker tell you exactly what needs to happen. But since this is a teaching moment, figuratively and literally, I gotta listen to this and then you practice your bedside manner. And I'm telling you, like, you just sitting there like, oh, this is going to be kind of hard every now and then. And then, like, so yeah, so then he gets all the shit. And then, yeah, so then they're telling me about my wrist too. Because they're like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take this needle, we're going to poke it in, we're going to have to pull his arm and do all of this. And then she looks at me, okay, Mr. Lewis, what we're going to have to do. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. All right. Yeah. So they do all that shit and they stick a needle in, they do all that. So anyway, so it comes time for them to look up my ass, right? And I'm just like
I need more
sitting there. I'm
alcohol
just
to
like,
deal with this
damn it,
story.
yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, I'm like, I know what's about to happen here, right? So then the doctor's like, yeah, so we're gonna do this, this, and that, and then she explains it again, and then at the end of it, she says, oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna make sure we use a lot of jelly.
Okay.
And there was no, oh, thank you. There was no, I just kind of like was like, well, oh no, that's still not a silver lining for me. I'm gonna tell you now, right? I'm like, fuck, just laughing my ass off inside, right? So so basically there's four people in this room. The head doctor and his two students, and then a nurse. So I'm just sitting there. And then he's like, yeah, so what you got to do is you're going to have to grab that right butt cheek, lift it open. You got to put this thing in there. And I forget, it almost looks like what you do when you pour fucking oil in, one of those little caps,
Yeah.
right? It kind of looks almost like that, but then it's got another like ring on the other side where you can look up that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Where you get your shit up in there, right? So I'm like I'm like listening and just like, fuck, I'm just like, this shit's going to be hilarious. And then he also says, now you got to get it in there because if you don't get it in there, it's just going to push you right out. So it'll just slip right out and just like that. And I'm just like, holy fuck, So now I'm thinking, all right, no, man, I don't want my ass to be spitting something out. I mean, because then they're going to have to shove it back in. So I'm like, I don't want my ass to spit it out. Like, all right, I'm going to be ready. And every time she explained everything to me, she was like, I'm also going to make sure I give you enough jelly. And then I was just like, God damn it. Okay. All right, cool. And, and then she, and it just feels like you just feel so bad, like just gross at one time because you're looking. Yeah, when she starts getting ready, they're about ready to do it. She takes this paper towel, hands it to me. She's like, "This is for after," and I'm just like, "What the fuck? Can we just get this over and done with?" And then she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna grab your right butt cheek. I'm gonna lift it up, Mr. Lewis. Then I'm gonna put this." I'm just like, "Could you just do it?" She puts it in. So guess exactly what she do, right? She fucking didn't put her finger on it to let it, to hold it in place. What happened? My asshole shot it right the fuck out of that motherfucker. Yeah, and I'm trying to be lighthearted. I'm like, yeah, my asshole doesn't like that. All right. And she's like, sorry, Mr. Lewis. And I'm like, all right. So she gets it in there and all that. And then
this story keeps
gets
going on?
Yeah, because they put it in there and everybody gets a turn to look up my ass. Like the head doctor, he's like, all right, see, I'm looking up in here and see this is, and I'm just like, and he's like, okay. And first doctor, all right, come over here. You got to get in there and you got to look. Now put your finger here so it doesn't spit out. And you're just like, damn. And he's like, hey, nurse, you want to take a look? Because this is what it looks like. And she takes a look and I'm just sitting there. Like, everybody got a turn to look up my goddamn ass. And all that to come to find out that I got fucking gout. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, they gave me some stuff so I could fucking shoot about, out your ass. Because I do. I mean, I eat greens, lettuce, all that, salads, broccoli, all that. But, like I said, it's that oxy. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was an interesting time.
Stop taking that shit.
Yeah. I wish. God damn it. Shit. Oh yeah. It was just. It was like it was an interesting time.
This will make you better in like a month and a half. Stop drinking whiskey. Stop taking Oxycontin. Drink a lot of water.
That I have been doing.
That's it.
I have to take a sip of my whiskey. But yeah.
All right, motherfucker. Yes. Well, this has been an exceedingly long podcast, but I'm glad that we ended it up talking about your problems with your asshole.
Well, thank you. I'm sure everybody liked that.
Yeah. I almost threw up a few times. But anyway, Lou, it's been a pleasure as always. I got to go to the store because it's 2:45
as always, my brother.
p.m. I got to go to the store to. I'm gonna get more candy for trick-or-treaters.
Look at you! You go.
I'm definitely not going.
Hey, Halloween fell on a weekend.
I'm definitely not going to the store to buy liquor. Okay.
What? You've grown. You've come a long way.
Virginia Slim.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you've come a long way. I'm not going to get whiskey. The hell you say?
I am definitely not going to buy a large bottle of liquor. Definitely not doing that.
Okay, got it.
It's just
I got you. Okay, don't do it. Just for candy. Don't do it. All right.
What say?
Hey, you do too. Suck a dick, kissing ass, motherfuckers. Hug my home also. Suck it.